Assalamualaikum, my name is Nopatiah. We're from Route 2. Today we want to present about the production of 60,000 megaton per year propylene glycol from crude glycerol. The introduction, propylene glycol has iopectinine propylene mineral oil. It contains two alcohol group which is diol. It is thick, colorless liquid and has pleasant sweet flavor. It has very low volatility and don't additives. For this project, crude glycerol used as the first statement to generate propylene glycol. The goal of a project is to convert 60,000 megaton of crude glycerol per year into propylene glycol. The process used is chemical hydrogenolysis or biocatalysis reductions. We conduct our business to expand the process production chain that use glycerol as a raw material to create high-value molecules. We focus on the production of propylene using glycerol. We use the high quality of equipment which is reactor, mixer, pump, and compressor to maintain the quality of our products.
Okay, right now I'll be talking about the market analysis. Okay, the propylene glycol market was estimated to be worth 4.14 billion USD in 2021 and is projected to grow to 5.48 billion USD by 2029 and showing a CAGR of 4.40% from 2022 to 2029. And this chart below shows the increment of each year predicted forecast of the propylene glycol production from 2022 to 2029. The propylene glycol demand will be increasing soon due to the increment demand of unsaturated polyester resin (UPR), which are used in manufacture of fiberglass reinforcement plastic (FRP) and surface coating due to their exceptional corrosion-resistant property in the construction of chemical tank industries. Additionally, increased application in food, medicine, paint and coating, and aircraft de-icing fluid will boost demand of propylene glycol and open up the lucrative potential of markets development rate. Okay, in transportation sector, propylene glycol is used as coolant in hydraulic fluid and fire-resistant brakes, as a raw ingredient for de-icing plants, and as a heat transfer fluid for higher temperature application in transportation industry. Next, the necessity of bio-based propylene glycol might increase. Compared to propylene glycol production via petrochemical process, the manufacturing of bio-based propylene glycol results in a great 61% reduction in greenhouse gas emission. However, the major benefit of using bio-based goods may be seen in the price variation of the crude oil byproduct. The sector will continue to develop because of the use of plant-based component in goods like detergent and cleansers and to support green clean in the renewable, plant-based and sustainable. Next, massive demand in the food sector. The flavor, appearance, texture, and the shelf life of many processed food items are enhanced by the inclusion of propylene glycol. One of the main reasons anticipated to boost the expansion of propylene glycol market is the huge increment in processed food consumption brought on by busy lives, an expanding working population, and changing dietary trends. These are the segment covered, like sauce covered by petroleum-based propylene glycol, bio-based propylene glycol, and these are the grades will be considered as the parameter of the rates and end users, building of construction, pharmaceutical, transportation, and food and beverage. These are and listed also countries covered and marketing players covered.
Hi, my name is Anipatina. I will explain project technology's priority for this production. One of the higher priority of today with biodiesel manufacture is developing a system to use source of glycerol for lowering the cost of biodiesel. One possible solution to this problem is the conversion of glycerol to propylene glycol. Not only is the need for propylene glycol 2 times greater than the demand of glycerol, but there is also potential for marketing propylene glycol as an ethylene glycol alternative in the antifreeze market. The technology for converting glycerol to propylene glycol based on copper chromide catalyst and a two-step synthesis involving the novel reactive distillation and acetohydrogenation has been developed to the point of commercial viability. This technology could raise the profitability of the biodiesel industry and hence reduce the cost of producing biodiesel if it can convert the glycerol byproduct into the profitable consumer product.
My name is Roland from Nutrition. I will talk about the financial analysis for this project. So first is treatment cost. Cost projection are used to illustrate the estimated present and future financial effects of engineering design. For instance, it is necessary to know the cost of the major plant equipment in order to evaluate the equipment cost for chemical plant. First, we calculate all the BOM costs using all these equations for each equipment. And then, after we got the value of the BOM cost for each equipment, we total up all to get the total BOM cost. We calculated the total module cost using this equation, which is CPM equal to 1.18 multiplied by CBM total module cost. After we got the value of the total module cost, we can calculate the value of grassroots capital using the equation CGR equal to CPM plus 0.35 multiplied by CBM total module cost. Next, the fixed and total capital investment. The total capital cost of the installed process equipment plus auxiliaries is known as a fixed capital investment, FCI. It comprises all costs, including those without regard to land, while indirect costs reflects non-manufacturing fixed capital investment. Direct costs represent fixed capital investment in manufacturing. The capital required for the install process equipment such as pipeline, tools, foundations, and support structures is known as the direct cost. So from the previous calculation in the equipment cost, the FCI, fixed capital investment, equal to the value of CGR. CGR is the grassroots capital. And then we can calculate the total capital investment, which equal to FCI plus working capital in 15%. Next is manufacturing cost. Before determining the economic feasibility of a proposed process, the cost related to the regular operation of a chemical plant must be determined. The cost of manufacturing can be influenced by three factors, which are direct manufacturing cost, DMC, fixed manufacturing cost, FNC, and general expenses, GE. So the type of raw material that we need to calculate for the manufacturing cost per year are the glycerol, hydrogen, water, and phosphoric acid. And the type of the utility that we need to include in manufacturing cost is steam, cooling, water, and electricity. Next is a fixed manufacturing cost. Fixed expenses are not affected by the variation in production rate. They consist of the depreciation, insurance, and property taxes, all of which are billed at the same rates even when the facility is not in use. So the fixed manufacturing cost can be estimated by this equation, which is FMC equal to 0.708 COL. COL is cost of operating labor plus 0.168 FCI. Next is general expenses. These expenses indicate the strength on overhead that is required to carry out business operation. The general expenses can be estimated by this equation, which is GE equal to 0.177 multiplied by COL. COL same with the previous, which is the cost of operating labor plus 0.009 FCI plus 0.16 COM. COM is the cost of manufacturing. So for the summarize, the total manufacturing cost can be estimated after calculating all the direct manufacturing costs, fixed manufacturing costs, and general expenses using the equation, which is the CRM equal to DMC, direct manufacturing cost, plus FMC, fixed manufacturing costs, and plus GE, general expenses.
Hi, my name is Salman. Another case 20018. I'm going to explain about cash flow analysis for our product. Cash flow analysis is the method which is trustworthy way to evaluate the company's health and find out whether the process can make money. In the cash flow analysis, the flow of money into and out of a plant is shown. This makes it simple for the business to keep track earlier. As for our project, at the beginning, the land will be purchased for 20 million. The plant has a lifespan of 20 years, of which the first 2 are set aside for startup. Further, to fund the first few months of the operation after the construction is completed at the end of the second year, additional work capital expenditures are needed. For around 50% of the revenue from the following years is generated in the first year. And for the first 5 years, an income tax of 20% of net profit is levied, rising to 30% in the following years. As for 10 years after the plant commissioning, the depreciation value is calculated using the straight line depreciation model. And for the lastly, the following equation can be used to calculate the manufacturing cost without depreciation, which is shown above. And the calculation of cash flow analysis component, you can see the table, components and summarized formulas for each of the expenses, income taxes, after tax, net profit, and also after tax flow. As for sales revenue, the production of 60,000 MT per year of propylene glycol from crude glycerol has acquired us under 900 million of sales revenue, which is amount of MT per year is 60,000 and the price per unit is 15,000. It accumulates as 900 million. For the next part, the summary of cash flow analysis, as we have calculated every part of grassroots capital and plant economy like startup operation, total capital investment, total product cost, average annual net profit, payback period, and rate of return, which we can see as a rate of return is 11.52%. Without any salvage value, the plant expected economy life is 20 years. The plant is predicted to still be able to make money despite suffering a loss in equipment cost with no salvage value. The payback period, which measures how long it will take to recoup the project's fixed capital investment, is determined to be 8.82 years. The estimated discount cash flow rate of return, or the discount rate at which the investment net present value equals, is 11.52%, which is high. And the highest of the tax interest is shown by this. After accounting for future inflation of 3% per year and 1% of bank interest, the project is anticipated to have a good payback period and high rate return, while the cumulative net income at the end of the plant economy's life is estimated to be RM 1.189 billion, which is huge, and the average annual net profit is expected to be RM 85 billion. As we go for the next part, which is financial ratio. What is financial ratio? Financial ratio is used as an indicator of a company's performance and financial situation. The ratio can be calculated by using data from the financial statement. And the information available allows us for the classification of financial ratio. The following ratio types are frequently employed as: firstly, financial leverage ratio, profitability ratio, dividend policy ratio, liquidity ratios, asset turnover ratios. Operating margin ratio, gross margin ratio, gross profit margin and net profit margin are computed based on the current financial situations. As we can see, for operating margin ratio, these are the formulas, which is revenue minus direct manufacturing cost, and it is divided by revenue price, and then it is times multiplied with 100% to know our operating margin ratio. What is operating margin ratio? It is the percentage of revenue left over after covering operating expenses. And for the next part is gross profit margin. Gross profit margin is a measurement of gross profit from sales is the gross profit margin. The cost of goods sold by the company is taken into account by the gross profit margin. How you will calculate in this? It is revenue minus fixed manufacturing cost and minus direct manufacturing cost divided by revenue and times by 100%. So in our revenue, total revenue we are expecting is 900 million, and the fixed manufacturing cost for this project is 22 million 22,235,723, and then it is minus by 559,798,149, which is our direct manufacturing cost, and there is our gross profit margin, which is 35.3%. And for net profit margin, we can know as we will calculate it as revenue minus fixed manufacturing cost minus direct manufacturing cost, and it is then divided by revenue as well. So the percentage for our gross profit margin is 35.3%. As for rate of return of investment, the non-discount rate at which money is made from a fixed capital investment is known as the rate of return on investment, which is ROI, and the ROI for our project is 56.6%, which is visible enough to attract our investors to invest into this project.
So the next is a quantity methodology. For this production, we use a bank loan. It's one of the most popular options for securing funding for an established company with a history of doing business. Although machinery and equipment may be taken into consideration, property is typically the bank's first choice for security. The other choice is an unsecured loan, which typically require a personal guarantee from the company owner or director and has higher interest rate. Business loans are suitable for purchasing machine equipment or the finance the development and launch of a new product. For the next repayment schedule, for the loan amount is 800,000, interest rate 10%. The loan term is 50 years, and the amount per month is 8,596.84 cents.
Hello, my name is BTK325353. My ID number is KH2006. I will continue my part, which is risk analysis. The demand and price of propylene glycol can fluctuate based on change in the market. A shortage of raw material or sudden speed in price can also result in increased production costs. Non-compliance with this regulation can result in fine and legal consequences. Technical issues such as equipment failure or operational difficulty can impact the efficiency and probability of the project. Financial risk can also arise from the inability to secure adequate funding or the failure to meet financial projection. Next is discussion. The production of propylene glycol from crude glycerol requires careful consideration of several key factors in order to develop successful business plan. Cost analysis should be conducted to assess the potential impact of price fluctuation on the probability of the project. It is important to have a clear understanding of the environmental impact of the production process. This management involves several risks, including market demand volatility and technical issues. It is important to have a strong brand management plan in place in order to maintain a positive image. Last one is conclusion and recommendation. Based on the analysis, the following recommendations are made for the successful development and implementation of a business plan proposal for propylene glycol production. Develop a comprehensive risk management plan that includes measures to mitigate or manage risks as market demand volatility or raw material price fluctuation and regulatory compliance. Maintain a positive reputation and brand image through product quality control and effective communication with customer and stakeholder. That's all from us. Thank you.